Today we're looking at the complete evolution from 2017 season 1 of Fortnite all the way to season 18. This is the beginning. This was when Fortnite first came out. I actually played Fortnite in the first ever week of the game being released. I was actually one of the few creators to get sponsored by Fortnite to play this game. Yep, alongside other creators like Vanos Gaming and so many more. Actually, the banners are actually rare from back in those days. But yep, this is when building barely even existed, and it was like, you didn't even really have to build to win, bruh. Look at this. Like, no one knew how to build. No one knew anything about this game. They like, walls are cool. Honestly, I think this was the best Fortnite right here, boys. This was the best. That was the best Fortnite. Then season 2 came along, still in 2017. And this was like one of the first games that had really, really good battle passes with seasons. And as you guys can see in the top right, lobbies were even back then still filling up. 96 players in a new lobby was pretty freaking good. And this guy was BMing over here, dancing on some dude, got clapped for it. This is OG Tilted Towers, clapping cheeks. And this is when, you know, we had traps as well. And nowadays, traps aren't really that big a thing. But Fortnite still has a lot of similarities from back in the day, bro. It's still like a really, really similar game. It's still very, very close to what it used to be. Except, well, shotguns are OP back then. 230 damage headshots with the pump. Sniper rifles that weren't really super accurate, but they did their job. RPGs that would win games, and dropping 9 bombs would win you a nice victory royale. This is chapter 3, 2018. Now, of course, this is when the astronaut skin dropped. People were hyped for this bad boy. The battle passes back then were heating up. This is when, you know, myths, the ninjas, all these guys were gearing up, starting to get their popularity. This is when Fortnite was really starting to become what it is today, a very popular game. Well, I guess it's not as popular anymore, to be honest, but this is with the OG rocket skin look. And look at this. Look at this, the 1x1s, bruh. The 1x1s going up, yoink. This is when building sort of became a lot more popular, but still wasn't a big thing. It was something interesting. As you can see, these guys at the bottom just breaking everything. With the old school TAC SMGs, catching dubs all day, baby. That's all we did. Now this is season 4, all right? 2018 still very similar map. You know, we still got the same map going on. This is when the crazy gliders started coming out too. And of course, Thanos. Thanos was a fun season, all right? It was absolute chaos, but it was good times, all right? Like, I loved the way the guns felt back then. It was just, oh, bro, that was always the worst feeling when you got Thanos yoinked from you like that, by the way. But grabbing the Thanos gauntlet back then was such a good feeling. Now, this person had already 8 kills, only 30 people left in the lobby. And yeah, this is what Thanos looked like. I wish they brought this back, bro. This was so much fun. It was so simple. It was such a different Fortnite too. And like, you could literally win. This was like a regular battle royale game, by the way. That was a regular game. Now this was season 5, all right? Season 5 was absolutely nuts, all right? So many new things. They had all these new skins that came out with drift and riffs and freaking crazy new songs and so much more. Season 5 was pretty loved, I gotta say. Like, this was a good season. And even this like yacht spot was pretty popular. But yeah, these riffs were crazy. But Tilted Towers, boys. Tilted Towers though. Yep, clapping cheeks that were just sitting in the storm for whatever reason towards the end game. This guy's about to win right here. He's blocking him in. Bro, that's dirty. That's dirty, bro. He just beat him with storm damage to get the dub. Season 6. The battle bus has now changed because this is during that Halloween time. You can see it's foggy out. And of course, we had this freaking cube shenanigans happening. The cube was taking over the map. This is when we still had the football field too. or the soccer field, whatever you want to call it. And of course, the ATVs, which were really popular back in the day and really fun. And of course, these things, whatever those things are. Yeah, those things are all over the map, and it made these crazy freaking monsters that we sort of see till like today, like with the Fortnite mares, but they're a little bit, you know, more upgraded versions of these bad boys. Back then, they were pretty, these cube brutes were a little dumb, not gonna lie. But they dropped Chug Jug, so they were pretty cool. Then, of course, Season 7, 2018. It's scary to me that I've been playing this game since it came out, to be honest. Like, that's a long time to be playing a game. 2017 all the way to 2021. That's a long time of Gaming with Gary content. That's a really long time. Holy, it just hit me how old this game is. That snipe though, let's go. Jonathan, my man popping off. Hey. Now the brutes back then still existed. You can see in the top right, 27 brutes killed. Of course, minis were a thing. And of course, frozen feet were also a thing. You could get crazy distance. And of course, bot players like this were still a thing. And winning games for Jonathan like this was easy peasy, 11 kill game. But then, of course, the volcano, the pirates, season 8 has arrived. This was a little wild because by this point, we already had the mythic sword come in the game. We had so many things that happened that were just absolutely ridiculous. We even had the volcano that was insane. That was really, really cool when it was first added. And of course, you could just go off the volcano into like the pyramid area, which was really, really cool. I think back in these times, the maps were so much cooler. Like they were just way better. It was just like, there was more variations to the areas, you know? And of course, Last 4 Alive. Building back then was pretty crazy, but not as crazy as it is today. Back in this season, you could take fall damage. Somehow this guy missed that shot and then ends up winning. I have no idea how, but yeah. Season 9. Now this is where it gets a little, how do I say this? A little weird. All right. We had the introduction to the AK around this season or the one before. Boogie Bombs had made a return. This guy was chickening over here for some reason. And honestly, it was a very weird season because they got rid of tilted towers and made Neo tilted, which was one of the first like areas in Fortnite that didn't have a complementing name. So I'll give you an example. Tilted towers both start with the letter T in the first word and then T in the second word. Salty Springs, SS, Pleasant Park, as an example. So the Neo tilted came out and it was just all types of different. They had those rings. People loved the rings. They also had these balls that everyone loved riding in. And honestly, they were cool, but they used them too much in box fights. By this season, building got really crazy. Now, of course, season 10. By season 10, building people have been cracked. We have mechs in the game. The cube is destroying the map. The butterfly effect is happening this season, I believe. And it was just absolutely a disaster. Overall, people were not happy with the direction of the game. Like, people really started to dislike Fortnite around this season, around the season before it. Things just started getting really, really crazy with the guns. That's when they released the mechs. People weren't happy with the mechs. It was just... it was just a different game. It was just a really different game, boys. And like, I'm not sure what happened or why it happened, but it did. And as you can see, that's how arena games are being won, with mechs. So then we have chapter 2, season 1, Slurpy Swamp. Of course, all that stuff's happening in this season. Slurpy was a pretty loved addition when it came out, I'm gonna be honest. It was different, you know? It was legit a spot you can go and get like blue shield, which is cool, and heal up. And of course the FAMAS was like broken. All burst guns pretty much at the beginning of this game have always been a little broken when it comes to controller players, because you can just burst so heavily. But of course around this season, building got a lot crazier. By this time, we're on chapter 2. And in chapter 2, you had to be cracked. Even nowadays, bro, you gotta be cracked to be winning hella games. Like, look at that, bro. Look, that guy just shredded that guy. Wrecked him. Uh-oh. Are we gonna go down? Oh, he's playing the risky high game here. What? Oh, he doesn't have any. And the guy died. Oh my god. All right. Now this is chapter 2. All right. Season 2. I believe this is with the agents. I don't really remember, but I think this had to do. Did this one have the agents? I don't even remember. It did. This one had agents. This one had the this one had the. Oh, this one had the vaults. This one had it all. This was like the secret agent season, which honestly was a pretty cool season. I'm not gonna lie. All right, when it first came out, I was like, all right, I'll get behind this. And this was the shark POI, which is pretty popular. Hit him with the quick 360, 180 droppage. Now this is when Midas and the agency got overthrown. Midas got eaten by sharks, and we were living this Portilla life, or the Fortilla life. And of course, the introduction of the charged shotguns. The charged shotguns changed the game. People weren't too happy with the charged shotgun when they first came out. Well, as you can see, they just swapped out their charged shotgun. But yeah, the agency at this point had been overthrown. There were still some henchmen laying around that were doing their thing. Midas got ate by sharks, and you could get like Kit's charged shotgun. You could get all the weapons you wanted, really, from this season, because the bosses were pretty awesome. I like these mythic weapons. They're pretty cool. But honestly, chapter 2 was probably my favorite chapter. And of course, this is the finale right here. This guy's dying in the storm. Oh my god, this was a duos game. Oh, that's dirty. We just witnessed that. Now this is season 4. This was with Iron Man and all the superheroes we've come to love. This was by far the best Fortnite season for YouTube views. Now, I know you're saying, Garrett, that is not true. 100% it is. The Iron Man skin, everybody loved the superheroes. I feel like they've got to bring it back, bro. They've got to. It was so much fun, like playing as Iron Man and shooting Iron Man and Wolverine and all that stuff. It was so cool. And then opening Iron Man's key card was cool too. It was good times. Good freaking times. Now, it only got weird in this season when people started glitching in the vaults. That made it weird. It caused some problems. But overall, this season was pretty crazy. Not gonna lie. I look back and I think, man, this is honestly a really fun season. And hopefully you guys enjoyed it as well. Now, chapter 2, season 5, this one was very interesting. It was with the Mandalorian. It was with the desert theme and you being able to sink into the sand. It was a whole lot of bounty hunting happening with Mancake and so many other characters that now in our Fortnite map, we bounty hunt pretty often. Oh, I forgot about the rifts, to be honest. Oh, you missed. Oh, that was a pretty beautiful shot, I'm not gonna lie. Now, here was the Mandalorian, of course. He was pretty hard to kill, I'm not gonna lie. It was a difficult one to take out when he used his sniper rifle. Oh, bro, you're dying. Okay, he almost died to him. But the mythic sniper, pretty OP. Mythic jetpack as well, OP. Both of them pretty freaking broken, if you ask me. But getting victory royales back then, not the hardest thing in the world. Season 6 though, 2021. That's this year. This is when things have gotten really weird though. So this is pretty much when everything started going a little haywire. People are starting to hate the seasons, all right? With all the old primitive weapons, people were not a fan of the primitive weapons, to be honest. They wanted sniper rifles, they had bows. Building was all-time crazy. You could make different bows, and the mythic items in this season sort of sucked. They were like, I don't know, they were the boots. They weren't that great, but getting wins was a little bit difficult this season too. Everybody was always just hiding and using their bows like this guy is, but yeah. If you had this shockwave bow, it was pretty much game over. By the way, this guy Ryan dude is freaking cracked. Oh, GG. Bro, this guy was cracked. Holy, this guy did work. Season 7. Now, Rick and Morty by this point has come out this season. You guys have come to realize that things are looking a little bit different. UFOs are taking over our island, and of course, some things just aren't the same. We've got these crazy cosmic chests taking place all around the island, and overall, you guys know the cosmic chests are pretty OP. They gave really good loot, but the UFOs, they weren't very, yeah, they were a little crazy. And of course, we had the crazy fights that you could expect from the bots, and this was a nice duos game, and they got a victory royale. Now, season 8, 2021. Does this look familiar, boys? Does it? Because let me tell you, it's been a little wild, not gonna lie. These cube monsters, we got cube chests, we got infected areas, we've got a whole lot of crazy going on that everyone at this point I think is just like not super about it. I think they're just like whatever, but I'm not sure what we got to do to get back to where we were back in the beginning, but I do like the freaking mythics this season. I gotta give them credit. I like them. I don't like these things though. This guy's really out here. Oh my god, bro, he's bullying this dude. Yeah, that's this season in a nutshell. Now down below, I want you guys to let me know what your favorite season of all the 18 seasons we just covered are down below, and I'll see you guys tomorrow with a brand new one. Thanks for watching this video. I know it's a little bit different, but I want to showcase an awesome video to you guys and react to the evolution of Fortnite Battle Royale seasons 1 through 18. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye, dudes.